StockX is getting into sports cards. If you don't know what StockX is, it's a major staple in the sneaker reseller game. They also do watches and other stuff, but they're getting into sports cards. Is this a good thing for the hobby or a bad thing? Let's find out. Okay, everyone, we're here at StockX.com taking a look at this site and seeing what they have going on as far as sports cards. And if you don't know about StockX, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of who they are. They are mainly known in the sneaker industry, mainly sneaker resellers. It's always been a place you could buy and sell sneakers. So I personally have never bought or sold a pair of sneakers off StockX, but I use their app all the time to see what they're selling for. You can easily search a pair of sneakers like Jordan Retro 1, whatever version, the Travis Scott's or whatever version sneaker you're trying to find. And it will tell you, what it's recently sold for, what people are asking, what people are bidding. And it's like a stock market for sneakers. Well, they have branched out into streetwear like Supreme stuff, and then collectibles. They started adding watches and handbags, and now they're getting into sports cards. Not only are they getting into sports cards and letting you buy and sell sports cards through StockX, they have to be great at PSA sports cards as of now. We'll get into that more in a minute. But they're also doing an IPO for their own product called Bowman Chrome X, I do believe. So let's check out what they have going on here. So it's the 2019 Bowman Chrome X. It's you can get one box or you can get a 5-box case, but you're placing a bid and it's a blind bid. So what that means is you don't know what everybody else is going to bid. This will end at 8 p.m. on October 30th. And at that time, they will look at all the bids and they will pick a clearing price. And what that means is anybody that put a bid in under that clearing price will not get the box. Anybody that was over that will get it for the clearing price. So for quick math here, let's say, I don't know how many boxes they've made, but it doesn't really matter. Let's say the highest bids were $1,000 and the lowest were $50. But then at the end of this IPO, which stands for initial product offering, the clearing price that they set was $100. So if I bid $99, I'm not going to get it. I didn't bid enough. So they encourage, that's kind of their way of getting you to bid enough to make sure you get a box. But let's say I bid $1,000 and the clearing price ended up being $99 or $100. Well, I'm not going to pay $1,000. I'm going to pay $100 because I bid plenty enough to get a box, but the clearing price was only $100. So I know this is kind of new to a lot of people, but it's new to me, and I just now was kind of reviewing this today so I could shoot this video for you all. And so let's look a little further into what this is. So you get one graded card in a box of Bowman Chrome X. Let's go down here. If you go to stockx.com/news/tops, which is the link I'm on here, there's a video here from the co-founder Josh. It's only a minute long. I would play it, but the sound probably won't be that good. And it's pretty cool to hear him, just give a quick rundown of what they have going on here. But this is how it works. You pick either a Bowman Chrome box or a case, which is 5 boxes. You place a bid, and you want to bid the most you're willing to pay for a box or a case, whichever you're trying to get. Everything will be blind. You don't know what everybody else is doing. StockX will announce the clearing price and notify the winners after the IPO closes. It closes at 8 p.m. on October 30th. I think this is the first of many things that they will do. This is one box. That's a 5-box case. That's what one of them looks like. That's a Tatis. And here's another example. That's a Vlad Jr. Every single one of these cards, I think the checklist has 100 different players. Every card is numbered to 31. You're either going to get a PSA 9 or a Gem Mint 10. Let's take a quick look here at how you can buy and sell cards already on StockX, because the IPO for Bowman Chrome that we just went over, that I'm not sold on yet. I'm not sure how I feel about this because, let's say there's already programs like this. There's already companies or brands out there that will do like a buyback type of thing where they will buy cards and they will stockpile them, and then they'll put them in a box, and you buy a box and you get like one hit, and it could be a great player, it could be an average player. You just don't know. There's lots of buyback programs and boxes like that out there. StockX is just doing it a little more in a large scale because they already have such a big following. They have a lot of people that are supporting them, like Gary Vaynerchuk. And I'll speak real quickly on Gary Vaynerchuk. He's friends with the co-founder of StockX. They have been collecting sports cards since they were kids. If you ever have read Gary V or Gary Vaynerchuk's book called Crush It, he talks about sports cards, and that's how he first got his entrepreneurial drive. In math class, he was reading the Beckett Price Guide. On the weekends, he was flipping cards and selling them at school. So these guys are collectors first and foremost. I know a lot of people are going to think this is just a money grab, and don't get me wrong, they're going to make a lot of money off this, but I don't think it's going to hurt the hobby. If it's not something you want to place a bid on, then don't place a bid. I encourage people to put in low bids, because if everybody puts in a bunch of high crazy bids, the clearing price at the end is going to be ridiculous. But if we all put in a low bid just to see what happens, we might get a box for an affordable price, and there may be something really cool that you get. I will say there's no autographs, so that may not appeal to a lot of people. I know people like autographs or relics. These are just these green X-Fractor parallels numbered to 31. So that's that. So what I do like about StockX is the marketplace for buying and selling graded cards. So you can't see the graded cards here. They just look like raw cards, but you can only buy and sell graded cards on StockX. So when you're looking at them, it'll tell you, whether like this is a grade PSA 9, you can choose you want PSA 9 or PSA 10. You can see the difference. So the buy right now, you could buy a PSA 10 base Luka for 100, or you could sell it for 80 right away. That will fluctuate. If I want to buy this card, I can place a bid for, let's say $75. Somebody that's desperate to sell the card might accept my bid. That these are not blind bids when you're doing cards like this. You can also come down here and see how many sales. There's been 12 sales of PSA 10 Luka base Prism so far. This is not the silver, obviously, that would sell for way more. And the average sale price has been $73. I think this is a good thing for the hobby. Right now, people use eBay, they use Check Out My Cards or COMC to find out what their cards are worth, because you have to keep in mind, your cards are only worth what somebody's willing to pay. You can ask $1,000 for a card all day long, but if people are only buying and selling them for $80 to $100, you're never going to get that. So keep that in mind. This is another transparent way of showing us what cards are really selling for. Can it be manipulated? Possibly, but I know eBay sales are being manipulated. I do not know if Check Out My Cards sales are being manipulated, but eBay has been proven. Some of these large auction houses and stuff, they will inflate their prices, or they will pump certain cards, and this is another way to kind of limit that and put it in check and have more transparency in the industry, and I think that's a good thing. So just keep that in mind. So that's a quick rundown. StockX is a great company. I've used their app for sneakers. I will use it for cards now. Right now they're only doing PSA. They will accept Beckett, so just be patient if you're a Beckett fan. I prefer PSA, but I have plenty of Beckett graded cards, and I like Beckett too. So I think it'll be good for the hobby once they add that as well. And here's a quick thing on how to buy and sell cards on there, but we already went over that kind of briefly. You can place a bid, or if you're selling it, you can put an ask price. Hey, I'm asking 80 for this. So right now I could come in here and buy it for 100, or I could sell it for 80. That it's very simple. It's just like the stock markets. There's a buy and a bid and an ask, and you can come down here and see which ones, and you can even come down here and see the chart in the last 6 months. So you can see they recently started selling sports cards, so there's not a lot of data, but you can go 1 month back here and see a lot of other things. So I think this overall will be good for the hobby. I do not think that it's a bad thing at all. I think that times are changing. There's a younger generation that is more open to technology and change, and sports cards are still sports cards at the end of the day. Collectors may not like this. They may think it's a money grab. and that's fine. I do think, StockX will make their money off of this IPO, this initial product offer. I think they'll do more in the future and they'll make a lot of money on it, but that's okay if people are excited about it, and the market will speak for itself. We'll see what these boxes sell for. This is the first of many. It's pretty cool for the industry. I think this is a good thing. Comment below. Let us know, what do you think of this? Is StockX a good thing for the sports card hobby, or is it a bad thing? Just comment below. Let us know how you feel about it. I think time will tell. As of now, I'm saying it's a good thing. We'll see. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. I will certainly post an updated video here in the future and let you know if I get a box. I'm not sure what my final bid will be, but I will definitely post a video and we'll discuss this more once the IPO closes. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.